Oh, she's good. Hey guys, welcome to today's vlog. I have today off of work and I just want to spend it doing all the things that I love. It's been a very busy couple of weeks and I just haven't had the time to do all the little things that fill up my cup. So that's what we are doing today. I love a good slow morning, so I've made my matcha. I want to sit on the couch and do a little bit of reading, whether or not it's a couple chapters of Crescent City, House of Sky Breath. I'm only a couple chapters in, so I'm thinking just reading a couple more chapters to get me back into it. I put it down so that I could read Throne of Nightmares for another video, so now that I'm done with that, we're getting back into Crescent City. And then I also have the Moonday Letters, in case I'm not wanting to dive back into a larger series in this moment and like a larger fantasy story. We have this. I need to remind myself of the synopsis, but it is a part of my monthly TBR, so I'm wanting to get back into that because if I have any hopes of finishing that monthly TBR, we need to get going now. So I'm gonna see if this is something I want to start right now, but otherwise I'm just gonna get comfy on the couch and do some reading. I just finished getting ready, but I'm gonna go ahead and eat some breakfast before we head out. I need to read you the synopsis of the Moonday Letters because I read the first 15% and this is so interesting. Sol has disappeared. Their Earthborn wife, Lumi, sets out to find them, but it is no simple feat. The disappearance leads back to underground environmental groups and a web of mystery that spans the space between the planets themselves. Told through letters and extracts, the course of Lumi's journey takes her not only from the affluent colonies of Mars to the devastated remnants of Earth, but into the hidden depths of Sol's past and the long-forgotten secrets of her own. We have letters that Lumi has been writing to Sol, awaiting their kind of like reconnection. They're supposed to meet up at this place, so to speak. And then now, about 15% in, we are entering the point that Sol has disappeared. And now Lumi is going to go on this journey of finding them. It's such an interesting way of telling the story so far. I don't know if this is how it's going to continue, where Lumi is kind of writing these letters to Sol, not to like deliver, but more like she's just keeping them to hand them to Sol whenever they were supposed to reunite. And so I don't know if now that she's going to go on this journey of figuring out where Sol went and where she is, if those letters are going to continue to be a primary way of telling the story. But I really liked how they've done it because I feel like I tried reading something similar in the past and I couldn't follow the story as well. I couldn't get into it, but I'm following this really well and I'm really enjoying it so far. And as a space nerd, like, this is so interesting, especially just this time and age. We just had the Artemis mission and like seeing the Artemis 2 like moon pictures and videos, like incredible. So seeing this kind of futuresque of where civilization could progress to, trippy. So I'm going to continue listening and reading that probably throughout the day, but for now I'm gonna have some breakfast. I just made a yogurt bowl with some bananas, strawberries, raspberries, and granola, and then some drizzle on top. I'm gonna eat this, probably watch a YouTube video. I don't really want to read while I'm eating right now, so I'm gonna do that and then we are gonna head out. Okay, we just got to, of course, Barnes & Noble. So I just wanted to look at my credit card reward points. For those that are new and do not know, that is how I primarily budget my book spending, is reward points and gift cards. I have $120.69, so that's kind of our budget. I'm not looking to spend a lot, but I just kind of need to know what I'm working with. I have some books in mind, but I also just love browsing. This is like my favorite pastime. I love to just go into a bookstore and have no one rushing me. There is like a fun part of book shopping with friends. And then there's just like, I want to wander every aisle. I want to go back to aisles and I just want to find books that I've never heard of before, that interest me. And I love to take pictures of them and see if they are on my Libby app or at my like physical library kind of thing. I just love, love, love finding new books this way. So we're gonna head inside. are back from Barnes and I have a haul for you guys. I love this haul. It is called Diversity. Can we just talk about this stack of books? Obviously this bright green sprayed edge. I'm just so proud of myself of how I shopped today because I went in with like primarily a list of books that I had already read. I was like, if I see them, and they were like my 5-star books, like if I see them, I would like to buy them. There is just something so hard about buying books that I've already read, knowing there's so many books out there that I've yet to read. So I shifted focus. There was one dystopian book that had caught my eye the last couple times I'd been to Barnes, and I kept not buying it. That was the one I knew I wanted to get. And then the others is I just wanted a like new fantasy, whether or not that was adult or YA. And then I wanted a summer romance, like just one that's like you're reading poolside, all of that. I feel like we scored. So let me go through the books and I'll also go through these synopses. So for the book that is my fantasy, I picked up Into the Heartless Wood by Joanna Ruth Meyer. I love this cover. It just stood out to me. It's a pretty short synopsis. Deep in the wood lives a witch queen and her 8 tree siren daughters. For centuries, they have harvested souls to feed the heartless tree, using its power to grow their ever-reaching kingdom of ash, birch, and oak. Owen Merrick lives at the edge of the forest, mapping the stars for the king in his father's observatory. For years, he has resisted venturing over the garden wall, until one day he must enter the woods to find his missing sister. But one of the witch's tree siren daughters, Serene, I think that's how you say it. Is it Serene? I don't know. Decides to save his life instead of end it. Now, no matter how hard he tries, he can't stop thinking about her. The birch bright hue of her skin and the way violets bloom in her hair. Every night he goes into the wood to meet her and their love for each other grows. But when the constellations shift, the stars foretell an inevitable war between the Witch Queen and the King, with Serene compelled to fight for her mother and Owen forced to join the King's army. They are plunged into a heart of a conflict that seemingly no one can win and that might destroy both their kingdoms forever. It sounds so good. Like, it sounds like it has so much potential. So I'm excited to read this one. I don't know. I feel like it's a standalone, which is extra exciting. We'll see how it goes. The next one is the dystopian that had caught my eye. I think I talked about it maybe in a previous book shopping vlog, but it is The Wall by Marlon Haushofer? Guys, I don't know. I knew I needed this book. The synopsis is, while vacationing in a hunting lodge in the Austrian mountains, a middle-aged woman awakens one morning to find herself separated from the rest of the world by an invisible wall. With a cat, a dog, and a cow as her only companions, she learns how to survive and cope with her loneliness. Allegorical yet deeply personal and absorbing, The Wall is at once a critique of modern civilization, a nuanced and loving portrait of a relationship between a woman and her animals, a thrilling survival story, a Cold War-era dystopian adventure, and a truly singular feminist classic. Obviously, it's giving the energy of I Who Had Never Known Men. Wow, I can't believe I'd mess up that title of the book. That's so good. Same kind of like, she's so thin, you could probably read it in one day. And I don't think it has chapters. So it's very similar in like the formatting of I Who Have Never Known Men as well. What are you doing, bud? Hi. Thank you. The last 2 books are my summer romances that caught my attention. I was going through every book in the romance section, just seeing what caught my eye. First one was How to Write a Love Story. This is a newer release. I've seen it kind of on other people's radars. I don't know a ton of thoughts and opinions on it, but it seems like it could be a really good poolside read. Ciara Sheridan's father has left her with 3 things: a sprawling and distinctly ramshackle estate on the Irish coast, the outline for the finale of his best-selling epic fantasy series that he wanted her to finish, and writer's block. Enter Sam Avery, Frank Sheridan fanboy and hotshot editor, sent from the New York publishing house direct to Ciara's doorstep, red pen ready. At first, Ciara and Sam butt heads with crackling energy, but with the deadline looming, Ciara and Sam have just a few weeks to stop bickering, write this novel, and secure Frank's legacy. As the summer heats up, so does the tension between them. Will their own love story be the plot twist neither of them see coming? Like, it sounds like it could be so good. So I have high hopes for it. I'm gonna go in pretty blind as far as other people's opinions, and we'll see how it goes. Do you like it? Oh, just licked it. This last one caught my attention as I was going to the checkout line. They get you every time. It is Stranger Things Have Happened. Look at this cover. I don't love a solid green sprayed edge, but the cover is really pretty. So this is by Cassie West. We don't need to lick the books, bud. Sutton knows she needs therapy. After all, she's managing her newly opened restaurant remotely while taking care of her ungrateful sick mother. Plus, her boyfriend of 2 years just dumped her over the phone. But does therapy with a stranger who she has to pretend to be engaged to in order to help her friend's struggling relationship count? Probably not. I don't know how we end up in that situation, but I'm dying to know. Then why did she just agree to go? Because she's had a few too many drinks? Because the stranger, Elijah, is smug and annoying and really, really handsome? Because she feels guilty that she abandoned her best friend, Tara, after high school and this might make up for it? Whatever the reason, she has committed to this unhinged plan. What the hell is Sutton doing? She's helping Tara prove a point, that a good therapist can tell the difference between real love and fake love. That's what she's doing. But as they attend their sessions, Sutton and Elijah seem to be proving only one thing. The line between pretend desire and real desire is very blurry. The connection they are forming is threatening to unravel everything Sutton thought she knew about family, friendship, and her own heart. Like, it sounds like it could be good. You know what I mean? Like, we love this. We love this. I feel like this could be also a very fun poolside beach read. So those are the 4 books that I picked up today. I love a fantasy, dystopian, and romance, you know? I love the diversity in this book haul. So that was so much fun. I just browsed for so long. I must say, I go through a fantasy section quite quick for someone that loves fantasy, but I will browse a fiction section for so long because there's just such a diverse amount of stories in one section versus like romance. It's still like a romance story. Like, yes, you have a variety of like subgenre and tropes and things, but just like a general fiction, I could go through those shelves for hours. So I had so much fun doing that. And now that I am home, I just had half of a sandwich because I was starving. And I'm gonna tidy stuff up. I believe Riley's gonna come over after work. Her ideal time after work is going to Sonic, and then we get In-N-Out for dinner, which was my idea for dinner, and then we just like rot for the evening. That sounds perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and tidy up. Things are generally clean, but I'm like, are they like clean? I don't know. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna see how much time we have. Okay, I have been hanging out, cleaning up, and Riley should be here probably in the next like 10 to 15 minutes. I think we're gonna immediately get in the car and go to Sonic, get a fun drink, I think, and then on our way back, pick up In-N-Out, which sounds incredible, and then come back here. I feel like that's our game plan. I would maybe like to do a little bit of junk journaling. I don't know if that's realistic. That was kind of on my agenda today as far as just what I was gonna do this afternoon and maybe evening. But then these plans came up with Riley and I was like, well, that kind of sounds really fun. Of like getting Sonic, getting In-N-Out, chit-chatting. We'll see. We'll see. She doesn't have her journal stuff with her because, again, she didn't like plan to come here after work today. Otherwise, I'm sure she would have packed it. But maybe we'll be able to do a little bit of that because I have so much to catch up on and I'm really in the mood to do this. So I think I'm gonna take the next 10 to 15 minutes and kind of organize my journal stuff. And that way, if I do have time to do it later on, then I'm kind of already organized. Good morning, it's the next day. I decided we're gonna carry on the vlog today because there's some stuff I want to do and I want to do it with you guys. So I want to give a reading update first. I don't know where I put the Moonday letters, but I didn't do any more reading on that yesterday. I was running around by the time I came back. You guys know how the evening went, so I didn't do any more reading on that, so I'm still about 15-ish% of the way into it. I would like to do a little bit of reading on that today, but then last night when Riley and I locked in to read, I was reading Crescent City, House of Sky and Breath. Is that what the blue one is? Yes. So I read another about 10%. I mean, this book is huge. So I feel like 10% in my mind feels like nothing, but in Crescent City terms, I read a good chunk of it last night. So it was so nice. I feel like we did all the things. Like we yapped, we ate good food, and then we locked in and read for probably like an hour and a half, I would say. An hour and a half. And so that was really good because last night was technically a book club night, and obviously neither of us went, so it was still good to actually get some reading done. I say book club. I feel like for people that don't know, it's more of like a silent book club where a friend group just gets together and we read the book that we're reading, not like all reading the same book. So I really like that method. I feel like it makes it way less stressful. So if you have a group of friends and you want to form more of that, do it. We do it weekly, which is really nice because then you're not like stressed about going every single time, because I feel like if it's just monthly, but you have something that comes up and you can't go, then like it's like 2 months of not seeing them kind of thing, like for book club. But I like the weekly. It's like it's in our calendar. If we can go, great. If we can't, it doesn't matter because I'll go next week. It's a very gloomy start to the day, but I think the sun is supposed to come out later. It is currently 8:10. I do have to do some work stuff in the afternoon, but for now, I have to take Milo to a grooming appointment at 9:30, and then I'm actually gonna go volunteer at a dog rescue for about an hour. I have my like orientation, and then hopefully do some dog walks, dog playing, whatever they need me to do while Milo's at the groomers, and then once I get him, we're gonna come back here. I did place a Staples order for some junk journal pictures because I have some other ones that's more like catching up on events, but I really want to do like a spring mood board kind of page. So I'm hoping those pictures get done sooner than later this morning, and we can do that in the early afternoon. They basically say, we'll be done by 6:30 p.m. And I'm like, right, but can you be done before that? So I might call them if I'm getting done with like Milo, and I can see if they can just print it, because I've done that in the past. They're like, just tell us, like you just have like a single sheet of printing versus people that have a large order and they're like, can you just do that like now? And they're like, the 50 things you asked for? No. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, finish my coffee, try to eat a little bit of breakfast because we have probably about an hour before I want to start like getting him ready, taking him outside, all the things, and then heading out. So we're going to maximize this hour. I want to get some editing done. I have the entirety of the new releases vlog. That's completely done now as far as filming. So I want to edit that because that needs to be done by the end of today. So I'm going to use this morning to do that. It is that time. I am ready to do some junk journaling, but first, you know how it goes. We need a fun drink, and I'm thinking I actually make a strawberry matcha because I would normally do like a fun like Shirley Temple kind of thing from like Olipop or Poppy, but I've already had one today. Feels kind of weird having two. So I'm thinking, well, does it? Okay, no, but I'm thinking I haven't had a matcha today because I had a coffee in the morning and then I Shirley Temple this afternoon when I was outside earlier. So I'm thinking make a iced strawberry matcha. So let's go make that. And then I already got out everything. We got to do some cutting for my Staples order that I picked up today. And then we get to plan out. I am making a spring vibes mood board kind of spread with you guys. So let's get started. Our matcha has been made and the pictures have been taken. First of all, we need to do an actual taste test. Phone eats first, I fear. In my new world of whimsy, I always want to take pictures of all these colorful things. It's good. I feel like I need more strawberry. Oh, there she is. Oh, we're good. False alarm. I'm going to get cutting on pictures, and I think by the time I'm done cutting, the golden hour is going to be upon us, and this is going to be so cute. I'm like looking at the viewfinder. I know that like the lighting's funky right now because I have like half golden hour lighting and direct sunlight, half not. So bear with me. I'm going to cut, I'm going to come back, and then we'll actually get to junk journaling.
We got nowhere to be, just a slow dance with the summer heat. The world outside can't wait a few, 'cause right now we got nothing else to do. The sun is peeking through the cotton white blinds, your hands still tangled up in mine.
You guys, it turned out so good. I am obsessed with her. I know I got some clips of like close up, but she is so whimsy. This is definitely one of my favorite spreads I've ever done. I just love how pretty it is and how colorful and matching all the different like patterns. Really getting out of my comfort zone. I feel like I've talked about it in this video, but I have no idea. When I film multiple videos at once, I get so jumbled, but I'm really wanting to add color into my life and not be scared of being very saturated, if you will. So I love all the vibrancies of these colors and just how beautiful it looks. It's very spring, whimsy, and I need to take pictures to send to all my friends. So I'm gonna go do that. Oh my gosh, and I'll check in with you guys whenever I'm done with that. I wanted to come on and officially outro this video because I just finished filming it and I realized I had some concluding thoughts. I just had so much fun filming this. I felt like it was so important for me to make intentional time to do the things that make me happy, bring me joy, fill my cup, just rejuvenate me, because I've been on the go so much and I felt like I've just been doing the bare minimum to get by each day. But by taking a day or two to just have intentional time of doing the things that I love, I feel so full and I just feel like I have energy again, and I'm excited to wake up and have my day and maybe do the mundane part of having coffee, or maybe looking forward to the next time I can junk journal or read. I just feel like it definitely gave me my spark back. So I had a couple weeks there where I just felt like I didn't have energy to do anything. And I didn't, but by making a day or two where I had little to no plans and I was intentionally doing those things that I knew made me just so happy, I feel alive again. So I wanted to make this video to also have that reminder for you guys, just to make some time for yourself, whether or not it's an evening once a week, if you can have an entire day once a week, or a weekend once a month where you are just making no plans and doing whatever you want to do. That's so important. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.